Yeah, absolutely. So what a lot of people find is that they've got so much busyness going on in their mind all the time that they find it difficult to concentrate on what's actually happening. And while we're too busy thinking in our mind, we're missing everything that's happening right now.
A Kangaroo Fern production.
Welcome
to Guerrilla Podcast, Fresh Eyes.
The beat that makes you feel good.
A weekly podcast that features interviews with social change leaders or individuals that aims to bring audiences good stories to motivate their own social impact efforts. Now, here's your host.
Hello, Humanista. Welcome to another episode. This is episode 6 on our podcast, Guerrilla Podcast, Fresh Eyes. And the guest for today, it's gonna be talking about mindfulness. Why is mindfulness important? He's an author. She's a certified mindfulness instructor. I don't know what's that, so we're gonna discuss with her what is a certified mindfulness instructor. And please welcome Karina Chapman. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Miko. Lovely to be here.
Thank you so much. So, first thing, can you tell us about yourself?
Sure. I've had a career in the hairdressing and beauty industry for over 30 years. And of course that involves talking to a lot of people every day. So I would hear about what their problems were, whether they were able to tackle them or not. And I realised that there's a lot of people that are living either in the past or the future. They're always thinking about things in the past that's happened. They're always thinking about things in the future, you know, whether it's Christmas, weddings coming up, an event coming up, all of that type of thing. But they're not spending any time in the now, which is the present moment. So that's actually a cause of a lot of people's problems, and that's what got me interested in mindfulness.
So I was researching about you. So you're a speaker, and you do speaker and corporate. What is certified mindfulness instructor? That's the first time I hear that. So, and also on your website, you are Soul Journey Adventurer Pathfinder. What is that?
I know. I do all sorts of things.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, so a Soul Journey Adventure Pathfinder is talking about different things, like in my speaking career or in the workshops or in retreats, about being able to embrace change, about, you know, going on a soul journey, which is an adventure. And I just like to show different paths, whether it's about embracing change, about employing mindfulness into your day every day, or whether it's about, letting go of the past so that you can create a better future that you're looking for. So,
why do you think is mindfulness important in everyday lives?
Yeah, absolutely. So what a lot of people find is that they've got so much busyness going on in their mind all the time that they find it difficult to concentrate on what's actually happening. And while we're too busy thinking in our mind, we're missing everything that's happening right now. Because really, even according to quantum physics, right now is the only moment that's happening that's true, that we know of. So if we're missing it by being, you know, in last week's argument with a partner or in next week's event for Christmas or whatever it might be, then we're not actually appreciating and recognising this moment now. So it's about, you know, just quietening yourself and thinking of your breath, or focusing on something that's beautiful that you're walking past, like a flower. Just being in that moment, which clears all of that clutter out of your head. So you just feel a lot more calm, more peaceful and more relaxed when you can practice mindfulness on a daily basis.
What do you think is a lot of people are overthinking?
Absolutely.
So
yeah, and that's what causes a lot of stress, because science even proves that every time we think of a stressful situation that we've been in the past, our body has the same reaction. So we feel that stress, we feel that negative emotion, we feel that sadness or you know, depression or whatever it might be that's attached to that event. So by keep thinking about negative events in our life, we're putting all that stress into our body and hanging on to it. So if we can find a way to let go of thinking of the past and become present and mindful about what's happening around us, then we'll actually feel a lot more peaceful and enjoy every moment much more.
Is there a mindfulness meditation?
Absolutely.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
okay.
fact, there's a lot of them.
Oh,
There's a
all right.
lot,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not like your regular meditation where you would assume that you'd sitting in the dark with your eyes closed, listening to music or listening to someone talk. That's, that's one type of meditation. But with the mindfulness meditation, there's several ways. So you could do a walking meditation of mindfulness. So that would be, say you choose to walk in a park. So as you're walking, you would notice the colour of the leaves, the shape of the leaves, the texture of the bark of the trees. You'd notice birds singing and hear different chirps of different birds. You might be going past a creek and hear the water running. So it's about being mindful and hearing what's around you to be fully in that moment. Whereas if you're walking in the park and you're thinking, right, so when I get home, I've got to make a list for what's happening tonight for tea. I've got to go to the grocery store. I've got to, pick the kids up. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. You didn't even notice that you're in the park. So the whole time that you spent in that park walking, you haven't really gotten the full benefit of what you could have had if you had just practiced mindfulness, even feeling like how the ground feels under your feet, how your breathing is. What else can you see around? The wind or, the movement of leaves or trees. So being conscious and really noticing that type of thing is mindfulness in meditation walking. So another way you could do it would be to concentrate on an object. So you might pick a flower or a candle or something like that and just stare at that.
Okay.
And just, practice breathing deeply and really admire what the flame flickering or the petals or the colour of the flower. And any thoughts that come to you, just push it away and then concentrate again onto that one thing. So that's just, a method of clearing your mind. It only takes a few seconds. Or say if you're at work in a busy situation and you might think, well, I can't go for a walk in the park. I can't go and pick a flower. I can't grab a candle. What could I do? So you could just sit quietly for a moment and start breathing deeply. Breathing in through your mouth and out through your nose, and noticing your chest rising, and how good it feels when you release that air out of your lungs. So just a few moments even of deep breathing and concentrating on the breath, concentrating on, is it your chest, is it your abdomen that's rising, is it your shoulders? Can you feel anything different? Did you feel the air coming out of your nose as you breathed out? So little things like that can just take, 30 seconds of your day, can be done wherever you are, and can just calm your mind and refocus you on what it is that you need to be looking at. Yeah.
So you're saying it's a meditation as well.
Yeah.
Is that sort of therapy?
Absolutely, yeah. Mindfulness is definitely used as therapy because a lot of problems nowadays are mental health issues. Too many people thinking too much in their head, or creating a worry about a future event that may or may not happen. And then they just, really can make a lot more stress and, negativity within their bodies. So to be able to release that and get rid of that is definitely